The South Florida market for electrical contracting is competitive but growing, driven by the area's booming real estate market. The average hourly rate for electrical contractors in Fort Myers and Sarasota areas ranges from $80 to $120. However, rates can vary depending on experience, specialization, and demand. The average cost of a good helper in South Florida is around $20 to $25 per hour. There's room for another home builder in South Florida due to the area's rapid growth and high demand for housing. However, competition is fierce, and it's essential to differentiate your business with specialized services or a strong reputation. To succeed as a Florida contractor, it is important to network extensively. Attend industry events and connect with local contractors, builders, and suppliers. Build a strong online presence by creating a professional website and maintaining active social media accounts. Differentiate your services by offering specialized services such as smart home installation or solar energy solutions to stand out from competitors. Focus on customer service and deliver exceptional service to build a strong client base and generate positive referrals. Hire and train a skilled team by investing in your workforce by hiring experienced electricians and providing ongoing training. Monitor industry trends and stay informed about new technologies and regulations to stay competitive. The cost of living in South Florida is higher, so factor in increased expenses when setting your rates. The tourism industry heavily influences South Florida's economy, so be prepared for seasonal fluctuations in demand. Florida has strict licensing requirements, so ensure you have obtained the necessary licenses and permits before operating your business. The construction market in South Florida is often driven by large-scale developments, so be prepared to compete for larger projects. Now let's delve deeper into some of these crucial aspects. Firstly, understanding the market conditions is paramount. South Florida's rapid growth means increased opportunities, but it also intensifies competition. Thorough market research is essential to identify specific niches or underserved areas where your business can thrive. Secondly, accurately estimating your hourly rates is critical for profitability. While the average ranges from $80 to $120, consider your expertise, overhead costs, and the complexity of the projects you undertake. Don't undervalue your skills, but also remain competitive within the market. Thirdly, managing helper costs effectively is vital. While $20 to $25 per hour is the average, factors such as experience, skill level, and certifications can influence this figure. Investing in training and development for your helpers can lead to increased efficiency and high quality work, justifying potentially higher wages. Fourthly, differentiating your business is key to standing out in a crowded market. Consider specializing in emerging technologies like smart home automation, electric vehicle charging station installation, or energy-efficient lighting solutions. Obtain certifications and training in these areas to demonstrate your expertise and attract clients seeking specialized services. Fifthly, building a strong online presence is non-negotiable in today's digital age. Invest in a professional website that showcases your services, completed projects, and client testimonials. Actively engage on social media platforms to connect with potential clients, share industry insights, and promote your business. Sixthly, customer service is the cornerstone of a successful business. Go above and beyond to exceed client expectations, respond promptly to inquiries, and address any concerns or issues efficiently. Positive word-of-mouth referrals are invaluable in building a strong reputation and attracting new clients. Seventhly, networking is crucial for building relationships with other industry professionals. Attend local trade shows, join industry associations, and connect with builders, contractors, and suppliers. These connections can lead to valuable partnerships, project opportunities, and access to industry insights. Eighthly, staying informed about industry trends and regulations is essential for maintaining a competitive edge. Subscribe to industry publications, attend workshops and seminars, and stay updated on changes to building codes, electrical standards, and licensing requirements. This knowledge will enable you to adapt to evolving market demands and ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Ninthly, carefully consider the higher cost of living in South Florida when setting your rates and managing your finances. Housing costs, insurance premiums, and transportation expenses are generally higher than in Buffalo. Factor these increased costs into your pricing structure and budget accordingly. Tenthly, be aware of the seasonal fluctuations in demand caused by the tourism industry. South Florida experiences peak tourist seasons during the winter months, which can impact the availability of skilled labor and the demand for certain types of electrical services. Plan your workforce and project schedules accordingly to mitigate any potential disruptions. 11thly, ensure you have obtained all necessary licenses and permits before operating your electrical contracting business in Florida. The state has strict licensing requirements, and failure to comply can result in fines, penalties, and even the suspension of your business operations. Work with a qualified licensing consultant to navigate the application process and ensure you meet all necessary requirements. 12thly, be prepared to compete for larger projects driven by large-scale development. These projects often involve complex electrical systems and require specialized expertise. Consider partnering with other contractors or expanding your team to handle larger projects and increase your revenue potential. In addition to these points, it is worthwhile to consider some common code references and related electrical calculations. These are necessary to understand the electrical industry. Let's explore some examples. Firstly, consider conductor ampacity. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, Table 310.15b16 provides ampacity ratings for various conductor sizes and insulation types. For example, a 12 American wire gauge, or AUG, copper conductor with THHN insulation has an ampacity of 30 amps when installed in a raceway or cable. It's crucial to select the correct conductor size to prevent overheating and ensure safe operation. Secondly, consider voltage drop calculations. Excessive voltage drop can cause equipment malfunction and reduced efficiency. The NEC recommends limiting voltage drop to 3% for branch circuits and 5% for feeders. Voltage drop can be calculated using the formula voltage drop equals 2 times length times current times resistance divided by 1000, where length is the one-way distance in feet, current is the current in amps, and resistance is the conductor resistance in ohms per 1000 feet. Thirdly, consider conduit fill calculations. Overfilling conduits can damage conductors and make it difficult to pull wires. The NEC specifies maximum conduit fill percentages based on the number of conductors in the conduit. For example, a conduit with 3 or more conductors can be filled to a maximum of 40% of its cross-sectional area. Fourthly, consider grounding and bonding requirements. Proper grounding and bonding are essential for safety and to prevent electrical shock hazards. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding electrode systems, equipment grounding conductors, and bonding jumpers. Ensuring compliance with these requirements is crucial for protecting people and property. Fifthly, consider overcurrent protection. Overcurrent protection devices such as circuit breakers and fuses are designed to protect conductors and equipment from overloads and short circuits. The NEC specifies the maximum allowable overcurrent protection for various conductor sizes and equipment types. It's important to select the correct overcurrent protection device to prevent damage and ensure safety. Sixthly, consider box fill calculations. Electrical boxes must be sized appropriately to accommodate the number of conductors, devices, and fittings installed within them. The NEC provides guidelines for calculating box fill based on the volume of the box, then the size and number of conductors and devices. Seventhly, consider motor circuit calculations. Motor circuits require special considerations due to the high inrush current during starting. The NEC provides specific requirements for sizing conductors, overcurrent protection, and disconnect switches for motor circuits. Eighthly, consider transformer calculations. Transformers are used to step up or step down voltage levels in electrical systems. Transformer calculations involve determining the appropriate transformer size, voltage ratings, and overcurrent protection for a given application. Ninthly, consider lighting calculations. Lighting calculations are used to determine the appropriate number and type of lighting fixtures needed to achieve a desired illuminance level in a given area. Factors such as room size, reflectance, and task requirements are considered in these calculations. Tenthly, consider load calculations. Load calculations are used to determine the total electrical load of a building or system. These calculations are used to size service entrance conductors, panel boards, and other electrical equipment. 11thly, consider surge protection. Surge protection devices, or SPDs, protect sensitive electronic equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning strikes or other electrical disturbances. The NEC requires SPD to be installed in certain locations, such as service entrances and panel boards. 12thly, consider arc flash hazard analysis. An arc flash hazard analysis is used to determine the potential arc flash hazards in an electrical system and to select appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, for workers. The NEC requires arc flash hazard analysis to be performed in certain situations. Also, consider service entrance calculations, which are critical for determining the appropriate size of the service entrance conductors and equipment for a building. This involves calculating the total electrical load of the building, including lighting, appliances, heating, and cooling systems. The NEC provides guidelines for performing these calculations, taking into account demand factors and diversity factors to account for the fact that not all loads will be operating at the same time. Additionally, panel board selection is another important aspect of electrical design. Panel boards are used to distribute power to branch circuits throughout a building. When selecting a panel board, it's important to consider the number of circuits required, the voltage and amperage ratings, and the available space. The NEC provides guidelines for panel board installation and wiring, ensuring safe and reliable operation. Furthermore, understanding grounding and bonding is essential for ensuring electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping a circuit breaker or fuse and preventing electrical shock hazards. Bonding ensures that all metal parts of an electrical system are connected together, creating a low impedance path for fault current. The NEC provides detailed requirements for grounding and bonding, covering everything from grounding electrodes to equipment grounding conductors. Lighting design is also a critical aspect of electrical work. Proper lighting can improve productivity, safety, and aesthetics. Lighting design involves selecting the appropriate type of lighting fixtures, determining the optimal layout, and calculating the required illumination levels. The Illuminating Engineering Society, or WISE, provides guidelines for lighting design taking into account factors such as task requirements, room size, and reflectance. Motor control is another specialized area of electrical work. Motors are used to power a wide variety of equipment, from pumps and fans to conveyors and machine tools. Motor control circuits are used to start, stop, and control the speed and direction of motors. The NEC provides specific requirements for motor circuits, covering everything from overcurrent protection to disconnecting means. Finally, renewable energy systems are becoming increasingly popular, including solar photovoltaic, or PV, systems and wind turbine systems. These systems generate electricity from renewable sources and can reduce reliance on fossil fuels. The NEC provides specific requirements for the installation and wiring of renewable energy systems, ensuring safe and reliable operation. Consider also these factors in the South Florida market. Be familiar with the Florida Building Code, which incorporates the NEC with some state-specific amendments. Stay updated on any changes or revisions to the code. Understand the unique environmental challenges of South Florida, such as high humidity, saltwater corrosion, and hurricane-prone conditions. Select materials and equipment that are suitable for these conditions. Be aware of the local permitting requirements and inspection processes in different counties and municipalities. Work closely with local building officials to ensure compliance with all applicable regulations. Consider offering energy efficiency upgrades and solutions to appeal to environmentally conscious clients. Promote the benefits of energy-saving technologies such as LED lighting, smart thermostats, and solar panels. Develop strong relationships with local suppliers and distributors to ensure access to quality materials and competitive pricing. Attend industry trade shows and events to network with suppliers and learn about new products and technologies. Invest in the necessary tools and equipment to efficiently and effectively perform your work. This may include specialized tools for working with specific types of wiring, testing equipment, and safety gear. Provide ongoing training and professional development opportunities for your employees to keep them up to date on the latest technologies and best practices. Encourage your employees to obtain certifications and licenses to demonstrate their expertise and enhance their career prospects. Implement a robust safety program to protect your employees from electrical hazards and other workplace injuries. Provide regular safety training, enforce safety protocols, and conduct regular safety audits. Develop a comprehensive business plan that outlines your goals, strategies, and financial projections. Regularly review and update your business plan to adapt to changing market conditions and business needs. Seek advice from experienced business mentors or consultants to gain insights and guidance on how to grow and manage your electrical contracting business effectively. In conclusion, moving your electrical contracting business to South Florida can be a rewarding opportunity, but it's essential to be prepared for the unique challenges and opportunities that the market presents. By thoroughly researching the market, accurately estimating your costs, differentiating your services, building a strong online presence, focusing on customer service, networking effectively, staying informed about industry trends, and complying with all applicable regulations, you can position your business for success in a booming South Florida market. Also, it is useful to understand the various aspects of the electrical industry, including but not limited to code regulations, voltage drop calculations, and grounding to improve your knowledge and understanding.